gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 50 of Expansion Drive Podcast, your weekly source for all things nerdy, theme parks, movies, video games, TV, music, and sometimes a little wrestling. As always, I'm your host, Mike Kerrigan, with my friend to the left, at Blackness Prime himself, America's favorite, worst producer ever, Didi.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
Oh, my God. I've been doing that to the kids all weekend, I'm just saying. And returning to the show, to my left, Miss Brittani Tuttle.
Hey.
Pinkies up, everybody.
Let's try to throw the pinkies up, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back, Brittany.
Fancy.
Brittany is our resident fancy host of the show.
The bouginess is in full effect today.
It's all because she went and ate fancy at Disney.
Oh.
I don't remember what she ate.
You're really not going to eat fancy when you
No,
go?
God, no.
Wait, what?
I'm not eating fancy.
One night.
One night?
At least.
Are you treating?
Not like you know, like Disneyland Resort. You know, what would you go to? 5967 Place Boulevard in Disney World, where Walt actually ate or something like that in his apartment. Did you eat there or something like that? Was it Club 23?
He doesn't.
Club 25?
You can't get into Club 33 unless
33.
you're a member. Didn't get in there. I
Oh, I thought
ate
you
at
had to hook
Carthay
up.
Circle.
Ah, that sounds fancy.
That does sound fancy.
It was really. We did dining packages for the nighttime show so we could get guaranteed.
The nighttime show.
I just wanted to see the new fan. I'm a big fan. Let me live.
Really quick, before I introduce our new guest, I was very excited that they announced that Paint the Night is coming back for when we're going to be there. I told Didi about it after the show last week. He didn't realize, and he lost his mind just a little bit.
The new fireworks show sucks, though.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it sucks.
Is it like
It's
sucks
like-
as bad as like Wishes being replaced suck or like?
I mean, if you look at it in comparison to Happily Ever After, which it's definitely like trying to emulate, it's just not.
Oh.
It doesn't hit the hits right. Yeah.
All right.
The Buzz Lightyear part's cool. The Coco part is the best part, and then that's it.
We'll see. We'll see in 18 days.
Remember me.
And for the first time ever, to my right, coming on to the show to talk some nerd news this week,
Yes.
Mr. Jonathan Rodriguez.
Just so you guys know, they did that on purpose because I can't roll my R's and I am Hispanic. Spanish is my first language and I cannot
So,
roll
all
my
right,
R's.
so that's what I was going to ask. You speak Spanish, though,
Yeah,
but
I
you
do.
can't roll the R.
I can't roll the R's. I have no idea.
What?
Something went wrong with the Spanish gods. You know, we're like, let's craft a nice Hispanic boy that can't roll his R's.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
Poor
So,
thing.
yeah.
That's your first language.
Yep.
What?
Okay, this is me trying.
You did it better earlier. What was that?
It doesn't sound good.
From his throat. It's from his throat. More
just
German.
Oh, man. Now, Jonathan, you're, of course, part of the Attractions family.
Yeah.
But if people might have seen you around the theme parks and whatnot, well, maybe not you, per se. Maybe some puppets?
Yeah, so I actually do work for Walt Disney World, specifically at Hollywood Studios. I do the Little Mermaid show and Disney Junior Live, and I am a puppeteer for them. So.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
How in the world did you get into puppeteering?
Oh, man, so years ago, I did stuff for Sesame Street over at SeaWorld, and that was kind of my introduction into the puppeteering world. And since that, when I decided to leave SeaWorld, I was like, I want to try something else, a different form of puppeteering. And an audition came up for Disney. I went to it and kind of got it from there. And it's been just a fun journey from then.
Now, where did you start? At Little Mermaid or
I started at Little Mermaid. And then, there were puppets there. And then I got into the more advanced puppets with Disney Junior. And yeah, and then who knows what could come up later on. There's a lot of puppeteering stuff going on. At
Star
Disneyland.
Wars.
Yeah, hey.
So two questions. I don't know if you can answer or not, but I've always wondered how difficult it is to roam the stage on Little Mermaid. Is it that difficult, like in the black light?
Well, I mean, think about it this way. I mean, when you're in the dark for a long time, your eyes do adjust, and I think it's one of those things where your eyes just kind of get used to it. And,
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
All right. Now the other one is, how mad are you that you weren't there in time to do the Lion King puppet show?
I love that show.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah,
It was amazing.
I wish they would just bring that back and just get rid of Philhar
Philhar
Magic.
yeah.
I do love Philhar Magic, but yeah, there used to be an old Lion King show.
You don't remember this?
It was amazing. I
Yeah.
was just telling my wife about that, and she had no idea.
Really?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
you don't know about it either?
No.
Oh,
Fancy
man.
girl?
All right,
Oh.
you guys have homework.
Yeah, no, it was a really, really good show.
And it was Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, Magic Kingdom. It's where Philhar Magic is now.
Maybe I don't remember it.
They were almost like on sticks type
Yeah.
deal. You don't remember it all?
Yeah, a lot of the puppets were just like rods, and I mean, it was definitely look it up. It's a lot of fun.
Have you thought about
Really
doing
good show.
Finding Nemo? Like the
I
Finding
can't sing. No.
Oh, you have to. You have to sing.
You
Oh
have to
yeah,
sing,
yeah.
yeah.
You can't get no singing out of me.
Now, what about like Muppets? Of course, they have the great moments in American history over there at Magic Kingdom. Is
Yep.
that something that you would aspire to do?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, perhaps one day. You never know. Yeah, the Muppets are awesome. I feel like they have a special place in everybody's hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the day that show opened, I ran over to go see that show.
It's an amazing show.
Yeah.
And
Matter of fact, that's how we met.
Yeah, that's how we
So
met. Yeah,
good.
and it's two different shows. So I mean, they're not long, but it's long enough to like be perfect. Where you get enough of like a nice comedic performance from all of them, and it's just sweet. I love it.
It's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah.
Didi, any questions for Jonathan before we move on?
Come on, throw something at me.
I would like for you to learn how to sing and be on Finding Nemo. Por
And
favor.
roll my R's.
Roll your R, por favor.
That's actually one of the requirements. Like, can you roll your R's? Nope. That's my dad. No, it's just not happening.
But are you like what do they call it? Like Gene at that level of performer at
Oh, the equity.
Equity. Are you? Is
No,
that a puppeteer
no,
like
not
Equity?
No, but it's still I feel like equity's just a name. If you enjoy your job, man, it doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, I just mean like if you were like at the contracts,
Oh, no.
if you had a contract,
No.
every year, and you had to go in there and be like,
Oh no,
am I gonna get renewed or not?
that's scary.
That is scary.
Yeah, I don't know how Gene does it all the time. It's crazy.
Oh, it's because Gene's amazing.
Yeah, Gene is amazing.
He's very good. So I was just wondering if you had the whole contract gimmick
Yeah.
going on. Do you do like freelance stuff too?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, not puppeteering. I am a full-time photographer. I have my own business of photography.
Look
and
at
that's
that.
pretty much what I do now, mostly. And that's actually the reason I left Disney to go seasonal with them. I used to be full-time puppeteer with them, but now I'm seasonal, so I'm only there like once in a blue moon.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Do you do like weddings and everything?
I do weddings. I do portraits. I do actually like next week. I'm doing like a photography for a prom for Dr. Phillips' high school prom.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of all over the place right now,
Wow.
but weddings is what I'm mostly doing now.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to write about one of those weddings. It was super cool.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm so glad.
Brittany, you got anything?
New in my life?
Well, I mean, like for
Or-
Jonathan, do you have any questions about what Jonathan has done?
I feel like I know. He's done headshots for me before.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do them at discounted rates?
For friends, sure.
You're not a friend though. You keep making fun of the art. So.
That's true.
Now, do you see any type of difference or love between the puppeteering and say like character work?
Yeah, it's like entertainment is just like a big family there. If you're working there, you're gonna love your job. Being there and entertaining people in any way possible is just like something so wonderful to have, especially with Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Just seeing kids' faces, it's priceless.
Yeah, and I'm sure we went crazy. Of course, this was October, so Halloween time when we did the SeaWorld, the Spooktacular.
Yeah.
And seeing you mark out for meeting Cookie Monster and the Count especially, you were losing your mind. So it's not even just the kids; it's the big kids as well.
Hey, those are some special folks. I'm just saying.
But before we move on, we'd like to thank MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel, each and every week sponsoring the show.
Yeah.
They're your go-to source for all things Disney, Universal,
Yep.
and cruises.
All day.
Not only that, but they're going to be able to help you out with all those adventures by Disney. So it's like Banks going in a few weeks. He's going to be going out to Paris. They helped him out to send him over there to do some French stuff or something. Yeah, that is pinkies up. Pinkies up for Banks. Yeah. Whatever he
Banks is the bougie Banks. There we go.
He's going to come back and talk like this.
You think he's going to eat some snails over there? I know Banks. He's not a very adventurous eater. Yeah, he's probably not going to have... He'll probably be asking for the chicken fingers and the hamburgers. And
Probably.
But as always, like I said, thank you to MEI Travel, Mass Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show each and every week. And, of course, thank you to Give Kids a World Village for allowing us to record the show here
Thank you so
each
much.
and every week. Great place here.
Yep.
But, yes, Brittany, what have you been up to?
Got you.
I got BioShock the Collection for PlayStation 4.
Oh, look at that.
I've been playing through the games again. Just finished BioShock 1 the other day. I just got to the Sirens something.
The DLC?
No, it's right after Popper's drop in 2.
Oh,
I
I
skipped
never.
2.
Yeah, I skipped 2.
I did too.
Yeah.
Two's stupid, but I'm.
The only thing you have to play on 2 is Minerva's
Was-
Dead, from what I hear.
Yeah, I
so
heard that was like
the
the
DLC for
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
that's what
it came with all the DLC
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everything. So,
Nice.
You actually
I'm
played
just
it?
getting my fix because
Well, I have the collection,
Oh, same
but I
here.
never beat 2. No.
I never
Yeah,
beat
Nothing
Yeah.
beats the first one though. Nothing beats the first one.
yeah.
But there's something special about Infinite too, like the way it ties everything back together like that. And of course, I'm a big Troy Baker, mark. So just hearing Troy Baker talk in a Bioshock game is amazing.
You know, there's a rumor they're making another one, right?
Yes, Tori tagged us on this. Was it last week or whatever it was? That it's a 2K secret studio that's making a new Bioshock game, but we
I
don't
thought-
care because Ken Levine is not involved.
That's right.
I mean, we'll be cautiously optimistic about it, but I don't have any huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
It's-
I thought it was fake at first. I was like, no, this is a lie.
Yeah, Jason Schreier knows his stuff over
maybe
at Kotaku.
2K will pay Ken Levine again to say, okay, this game's actually part of it, like he did with 2. Because he first denied it, and
Oh,
all of a
yeah,
sudden the
yeah.
collection goes like, yeah, guys, it is part of the whole series.
Well, it depends on what they're going to do with it too. Like, do they go back to Rapture, or do they do like
I
what they
would
did with
want-
Infinite and do like a whole new scene?
Sky.
Yeah.
I want a city in space. Make it future Bioshock.
Like Prey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, just keep going up.
Just keep it going up, just like Fast
Yeah.
and Furious. We're gonna have Fast and Furious in space soon.
But I've been trying to play through it because I realized that Westworld Season 1 is so heavily influenced by Bioshock 1 that the plot is the same.
Really?
Really?
Jonathan Nolan's a huge fan of the games, and he put a bust of Sandra Cohen in one of the scenes for Season 1.
Did he really?
He really did.
So I have to go back. I've tried watching that show 3
I'm
times.
obsessed. I'm obsessed.
And I keep like failing
Yeah.
towards like episode 4 or 5 because it's not catching me. I don't know what it is.
It's non-linear, so that's why.
Well, they're gonna have an episode where the Big Daddy comes out. You know?
Here's a
Which
songbird.
is-
Yeah.
There's
Wait.
just like there's so much. There's like a Walt Disney type that makes this place that's supposed to be free from like I don't know any of the restraints of the actual world, and then there's this person I guess that was created and is like a sleeper agent type of deal. Like it's very the influences are huge because
Yeah.
I was playing the game right as I was rewatching Season 1, and it's totally
I'll
a
have
Bioshock
to give
TV
it
show.
a third chance. I
There's,
guess.
there's a lot of and there's like a lot of like inner storylines. It's much like
Well,
how
yeah.
Game of Thrones first started. Just too much. You're kind of like,
Well, that and you have to piece it together because it could
Yeah.
be happening in the like 30 years in the past. It could be happening in the future, but because the hosts don't change appearance with age,
As long as I don't have to watch it backwards and atomic bombs are dropping at the same time that some
It's-
yellow
it's
material
not Twin
thing.
Peaks, but they filmed
Oh.
it. They filmed it like Twin Peaks, where they would like black out people's lines in the script, so you would know what was going
really?
on and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be happy to know that Trinity's watching Twin Peaks.
oh
by the
God, no!
way. So yeah, there you have that.
Oh no!
Jonathan, what's good with you? What's going
Oh,
on
boy.
in the world of Jonathan?
My world right now consists of God of War
Okay, we'll be talking about that later.
I want to play that so
and
bad.
Overwatch, and my dog and
Wait,
my
you play
wife.
Over-
and
You play Overwatch?
I do play Overwatch.
We
playing
need, to
on
change,
PS4?
we need to exchange PSN tags.
Oh, you know it, man. That's yeah, man.
That's
I'm-
life.
Yeah, and I think there's only like a day or 2 left for competitive.
Yeah, 2 more
and,
days.
You know, I'm trying to get back up to diamond. I mean, because I can't get past
Never mind. You're
diamond.
not okay. You're
I mean,
too. You're
I'm
too
a
good.
I'm a high platinum right
Wow.
now. Diamond's right there.
Didi to say something like, "Oh,
Wait,
never mind,
where
you're
are
out of
you
my
at? Where are you
life."
at?
So
Bronze.
no, I'm not that bad. I'm at low gold.
That's cute.
One of our friends actually has a Phantom account, another PSN account
Okay.
that he pays for, so he can actually play with us.
Yeah.
He's like high platinum,
Oh, cool.
but in order to play with us, we're all like gold, but like because if your SR is too high,
Yeah, you can't play with like
you can't
yeah.
play.
And
so.
I don't like that because I do have friends that I play with, but we can only do quick play because I'm pretty far up there.
Just a tad.
Yeah.
Now, who's your main?
Oh God, see, I'm gonna be mean and I'm gonna say Hanzo, but I'm just kidding. No, it's not Hanzo. No, I do. Let's see, I do Tracer, I do Junkrat, and then tanks. I used to try to do a Roadhog or Reinhardt, but and then healers Moira because Moira's amazing.
Moira.
Yeah.
I still haven't played with her.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Moira is
Dude.
just so precious.
I haven't played for a while.
I love
she's so
Moira.
good. Yeah,
She's
we,
so good.
We gotta get on there.
We do. Yeah, I'm a mainly tank guy, so I do Orisa and Roadhog.
That's good.
And
We could do some shenanigans on Twitch.
Oh,
because we
yeah.
have that twitch.tv/expansion drive.
that's right.
All day, and we can have Moira on there.
What about you, Didi? What have you been up to?
So besides God of War and work. I saw Blockers today.
Oh, the John Cena American Pie type movie.
Yeah, it was actually a surprisingly funny movie. I was very surprised how funny it was.
Now, is he the star of the movie, or is he really just like a side person? Or is it really the kids that are the stars?
I would say mainly Leslie Mann and John Cena are the stars.
Yeah.
I would say those two are mainly.
Cool.
And that other guy, he usually annoys me in movies, but very funny.
I thought the same thing when I saw that movie. Like, yeah, he was fun. I forget the actor's name.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
the white dude that's with them.
Yeah,
too?
with the gap in his suit.
Yeah.
Like, he was actually pretty funny in that movie.
He was actually very funny.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good. But besides that, nothing. Just I'm trying to play as much God of War as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not as far as I'd like to be, though. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not as far as I like to be.
And that's the weird. Well, I'll talk about more of that later. So besides God of War, we checked out the Orlando City match on Saturday, and the coolest part about it, not only was it Dom Dwyer's 100th MLS goal, Sidney LaRue was 5 feet in front of me.
Hello, nurse.
Frogga might have yelled at me a little bit. I'd say, but you stare at Dom Dwyer all the time. She's okay. Yeah, that's true. So yeah. That was a fun match. It was great.
Oh, real quick, Brittany, did you go to the Animal Kingdom 20th anniversary gimmick?
No, I sat on my couch.
What?
Because one, it rained, and then it got moved into the Harambe Theater where it was
Harambe.
limited,
That's true.
and not everyone could go see it. And two, they didn't really do anything.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
Oh.
Except, what's his name? Joe Rody?
Joe Rody,
Yeah.
those wristbands were gone by 9:30 a.m.
But my friend
Did
said...
you see what they were doing on eBay?
What were they doing?
Selling them for $1,000.
It's not more. Like somebody got like an artwork. I guess
He
I don't know
was
if he did it or
selling,
whatever,
like,
but
yeah.
it was like $5,000 that this thing was selling for on eBay. He's like, I think I'm just gonna start signing stuff and selling it because it was crazy.
So, like, my coworker went. She was talking to me yesterday. She was like, she went around like 4 o'clock, and she just walked right on up without a wristband or anything.
To the Joe Rody thing?
Yeah, you just meet him, and it's like, oh hey, you know, you had to wait in line for like a long time. But she said there was like everyone went early in the day.
Oh wow.
So around later in the day, like, because he was only there for like 3-4 hours, and she went around like the last like 30 minutes he was there, and she just walked around. I was like, hey,
All right,
you just said, yeah,
that works, I
Nice.
guess.
yeah.
That
They didn't do anything. I was very upset they didn't do
Yeah.
anything. Like
They
nothing
didn't
special.
do anything. No special meet and greets or anything.
But
Nothing.
you got to meet the robot guy from Pandora.
Oh god.
Yeah, but he was doing softs like the week before.
The robot guy.
The
Yeah,
robot
the
guy.
robot. the
what's
mech
it?
suit
Mech
guy.
suit thing. Well, yeah.
Pandora.
He got magic legs, Lieutenant.
It was so funny because Gavin was watching the video for it. He says, I know how they did that. I'm like, what do you mean? That's a real robot suit. What are you talking about? Dad, that is not Diva. I'm like, excuse me. So, of course, he brings it all back around to Overwatch.
Wow.
But on that note, let's go ahead and
come on, man.
get into
to
the news.
I'm not even on Dropbox.
Roll your R's. For the
I
drum
told you to
roll.
have it ready.
It is ready. See, the news is coming up right now.
And then you don't even have the audio up. I love you so much. I love you so much.
Listen,
We have 11 items on the list.
we were close to a baker's dozen, but we're not there.
So number one, I know this show was very hyped with us when we started the podcast last year. Because, again, we're almost at a year, Didi. Number one, Glow Season 2 premiere date has been announced. The Netflix has announced the return for Glow's second season, June 29th. The gorgeous ladies of wrestling are getting back in the ring for a 10-episode second season. The announcement came through a video spoofing the training montage from the 1983 film Flashdance, with the wrestlers dancing to Michael Sembello's Maniac in the locker room. The second season of the 80s-inspired comedy will pick up with Ruth, Debbie, and the rest of the wrestlers dealing with the ups and downs of their growing fame thanks to Glow's popularity, and Sam adjusting to life knowing that he's a father. Who else is excited for this? I'm so excited.
I have to watch season 1.
Really?
What?
Oh, you totally should watch it. Jonathan, have you watched it?
My wife watched it, and I would like kind of go back and forth while
Yeah.
she's watching it, and she loved it. I mean, and it's a good show. Like
Yeah.
from what I watched, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, the acting's great. Even like just the wrestling, knowing it's wrestling.
Yeah.
And but it was so entertaining, just kind of seeing the backworks of everything, And I don't know if you remember, but in Halloween Horror Nights, they had some of the characters from Glow in the show. So
Oh, did they?
They're
Do you remember
doing
that?
Ted.
No,
yeah.
I actually didn't go last year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They had a couple of the characters. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like I understand the characters a little more.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
good.
it's-
And it's so
it's a
cool.
good show.
We actually know someone that's actually in the show.
Yes.
Awesome Kong, our friend from TNA from Impact. She's I can't remember which character she's playing or whatever.
But she was really awesome.
Oh, she's so
good
good.
to see
It's
her.
so cool to see that she's back for second season and whatnot.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be more about the wrestling. This second time around now.
And more of the characters, hopefully.
Yeah,
But it was good. I like the show. I'm happy for season 2.
yeah.
I hope it's more than 30 minutes each episode. That'd be great.
Yeah, it was kind of. It did seem like it was really short just because of how short the episodes.
I think I
were.
was able to knock it out almost in a day.
Yeah, I
if
think
that.
we almost did too.
Yeah.
How short are the episodes?
30 minutes.
Yeah,
Legit.
like just barely even 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. But it's Netflix and they're good shows.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
like Netflix is on a roll right now.
They're killing it right
I
now.
mean-
Other than all right, of course this is a Netflix, but Hulu announced today that they canceled The Path.
I
Did
saw
what?
his tweet
Yeah,
about
I'm very
that.
upset about
Are
that.
On
you
the way
serious?
Have you ever seen the show?
I'm not following
It's
that
like-
path, no.
So
it's like a cult.
yeah, it's basically Aaron Paul's show where they're in a cult, but it's not a cult is what they say or whatever. It was like the third season just ended. It was a great show, and yeah, no, apparently they're not renewing it. So
Are they going to do like a final, like.
nope,
No,
they already
they-
did it. And-
What?
They pulled a Sense 8.
yeah,
But at least Sense8 is getting I think like a movie or something like that to kind of
to
end
recap
it.
I
everything?
heard
To end
the rumor
everything.
for that. Yeah, I don't know if that's really happening.
Oh.
don't
All right, so staying on wrestling stuff, I know we don't really talk relationship stuff, but I want to make sure.
This is the tragedy.
Yeah,
of the
Didi's
century.
has been crying since like Wednesday last week. WWE superstars John Cena and Nikki Bella have reportedly ended their 6-year relationship. Noted by Us Weekly, Us Weekly, that Nikki Bella apparently being the one to end things officially. The WWE power couple have called it quits just a few weeks out from their wedding, which is to happen on May 5th. It was like right around the corner. I didn't realize they were getting married like in just a couple weeks.
Bro.
Man.
So, and it's funny. I had a healthy discussion with a couple friends of mine about this.
Okay.
They were like, John Cena's such a jerk. Bibbity bobbity boo. It's all his fault. Because he's like on the media and saying all this mean stuff. I'm like, did you ever watch Total Bellas at all? Or Total Divas?
I
He was
watched
kind of
Total
forced.
Divas when she like forced him to
Thank you.
marry her.
Thank you.
She was like, "When are you gonna give me a ring?" all the time. I
Thank
used
you.
to watch
True.
it. I was invested.
Did you ever watch Divas or Bellas over there, Jonathan?
No.
It's very much the guilty pleasure show. Of course, we're wrestling
Great
fans
TV.
as well, but
Yeah.
it's definitely the guilty pleasure because nothing's real in the whole entire thing. It's totally all staged. But I had the feeling after watching the show that John's a little crazy. I think like he had her sign like
A legal
supposedly
document.
like a legit legal document when she moved in, saying that nothing would be hers or something.
Yeah.
It's-
But
something-
But the thing about that is, though, like after the whole thing came out, like, oh, they broke up. TMZ was like, oh, John Cena. They try to make him still sound like a bad guy. Oh, John Cena made him sign a $75 legal document, and I responded,
page.
and I'm like, that was documented in season 1 of Total Bellas, and I think like over like 75 people liked it. They're like, yup, they like replied and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, learn to watch your TV. EA News is breaking news over you. Everyone knew that.
What do you
I
think-
know that.
What do you think actually happened?
She's crazy.
So you're blaming it on Nikki?
Yeah, I think he was forced into it. I really do. I think like a mounting pressure not only from the media but from the public.
Well, he didn't want to
Yeah, he
get
didn't
married
want
or
to. Yeah.
have children.
Yep.
And that was one thing that, from watching the show, she like pushed on him was kids and marriage.
And that whole family was like, oh, why don't you guys have been together for so long?
Sounds crazy.
I'm telling you.
I would pull a You Can't See Me Either book out of there, because that sounds just, no.
She really ended things though.
That's what supposedly what everybody's saying is that she
'Cause-
ended things.
I feel like he would have ended things unless she just like got fed up with it. I don't know.
I think that's what happened. I think she just got fed up with it. I think she
I
felt
would have just
that
waited, married
didn't
him,
wanna do it.
and then divorced him.
Well, you know that prenup would have happened. There's no way. There's not going to be any type of prenup into that thing.
I don't.
Or-
you know,
He'd have a tragic accident or something.
the life insurance.
All right, number 3. Anybody a 30 Rock fan? No.
I watched it in college. It didn't stick.
All right. Well, I'm not going to bother reading the whole entire thing.
I
then,
watched
'cause-
like 2 episodes. And I
all
was
right,
like,
because
no,
I figured somebody would be a 30 Rock fan. So apparently they're going to reboot it. At least they're in talks about it. Does anybody care whatsoever? No, nothing. Okay.
That's a no for me.
All right, so I won't go into more about this, but what does everybody think about all these reboots and rehashings and
I don't mind them. Like, for instance, Land of the Lost. Or not Land of the Lost, sorry.
Lost in Space?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say,
I was like, wait a second.
that
no.
awful
No,
Will Ferrell movie? What are you talking about?
Something about Lost. No, but like I started watching that and like I really like it. You know, I think it's cool to bring some things back and I kind of like, you know, give it a new touch.
Okay.
I don't mind it at all. Yeah.
All right.
How about you guys?
Brittany?
I don't mind it if they're good.
Is there some that you think are bad?
Jurassic Park or
Oh.
Jurassic World. I think they're trash.
Oh man, especially that new one. Woof, that's gonna be brutal.
Well, what about like TV wise? Because I think the big one, of course, was Fuller House. You know, that was the first big one that came back.
That was a pile of hot garbage.
You don't like it?
No.
I watch it with the family.
I don't like it, and I grew up watching Full House. It just didn't. It felt really cheesy and like not the classic like 90s cheesy that you got with Full House, like
Okay.
the original show. It just felt like they were trying to recapture what they organically had
It's
with
just
the
a
original
different kind
series.
of cheese, you know?
Yeah.
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 It's funny because like it's a little bit more adult cheese because like everybody's making fun of Stephanie and her obvious augmentations and whatnot. So it's funny because there is still that cheese, like we said, but it's just,
A different
yeah.
kind of cheese.
Yeah, I better not say that too often.
some of that adult cheese.
From under.
And what about like Roseanne? Is everybody liking Roseanne since it's come back?
I haven't started.
I
yet.
haven't watched it
I
either.
want
I'm
to, though.
afraid
Yeah.
to.
I love it. I watched last week's episode finally. Was it Sunday night? I guess it was when David came back, and he's David. I really enjoy it. Have you started watching it yet, Didi?
I saw only the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen the new one yet.
No. What do you think?
I think it's good. Well, I think the new Roseanne's good. I enjoy it. As far as reboots, I don't know. TV shows for some odd reason I don't mind them. Movies is where I'm like, okay, we need to stop with the movies.
So like
It's
they're
annoying.
They're talking about Blade's coming back.
Oh, okay. So it depends who's playing Blade.
Well, they were talking about John Boyega.
He turned that down.
Thank God.
He's
Good, yeah.
no, because he came out. It was like a rumor that he was going to do Blade, and then an article came out that said that he turned it down. He wanted a new role with Marvel.
Okay.
So
Good.
All right. So who would you say you would want to play Blade then?
Man, Wesley Snipes was so good. Listen, Michael Jai White. I know he's old. I know he's up there, but man,
Michael Jai White.
dude, who else? I need
He's
someone
older than Wesley Snipes.
but he's
But,
amazing.
Fun fact: Michael Jai White follows me on Twitter. I'm just gonna.
Does he
say
really?
that. Yes, he does.
You went out like
fancy.
No, what's better is what's his name from Different Strokes?
the guy who played Willie.
What?
Willis.
Yeah. Willis follows
Yeah.
me on Twitter, but that's because he's a Philly guy.
Oh,
Yeah, Philly. Speaking of which, holy crap! I didn't put this in the news. I don't. Did you put in your hype news about Meek?
About Meek Mill's getting out of prison.
Yes.
finally?
Holy crap! Oh my god! I couldn't believe it.
That's a whole.
And he's
other-
apparently going to be at the Sixers game tonight to ring the bell.
good.
I can't believe it. Who would have thought this was going to happen?
Man, that was a wild story.
So number 4, a bit of sad news. Austin Powers Mini-Me actor Verne Troyer died last week. Best known for his portrayal of Mini-Me in the Austin Powers films, Troyer was 49 when he passed, Variety reports. The announcement of his death was made earlier last week in the official Facebook page.
Sad.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other thing I remember Verne Troyer actually being in was The Surreal Life. Does anybody remember anything
Oh my
else?
God, yeah, like one of those.
He was like really creepy
Yeah.
in that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like
I do remember that.
It was like him and Bronson Pinchot, I think, was in there.
Was it Balky? Was it?
Yeah,
Really?
Balky was in it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same season because it was him, and then isn't that where I think that's where Flavor Flav and
Brigitte
Brigitte Nielsen
got
met
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flavor Flav, and then that's the first episode. He got really drunk. Not him, but Verne Troyer.
Verne Troyer. Yeah, fell off the wheelchair deal and everything.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was a funny episode.
Is there anything else that he was doing besides Austin Powers? Though I'm trying to remember.
Oh, didn't he do a Star Wars movie
What?
as like a costumed like creature thing? I think I
Does he
saw
really?
that somewhere. Hold on.
As you look that up,
I'm researching.
I'll go ahead and read the new hype news. Number 5. There's apparently going to be a new Doom movie.
Oh God,
Did anybody see the original one with The Rock?
With the Rock.
And how bad it was?
The Rock
Yeah.
and Keith Urban.
Yes.
It's
Or
so
Keith
bad.
Urban, Carl Urban.
Carl
sorry.
Urban. I was going to say Keith Urban because he's singing this with his guitar.
Listen, but it's funny. He was the Rock. I believe got top billing, but he was only in it for like maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, half a second. Yeah. But all right, so I will ask before I read the actual story. Did anybody else like the first person portion of that movie at all?
At the very end,
Yeah, I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah, right?
that was a fun way to end it and play homage to the
Yeah,
game. I mean,
yeah.
that was great.
He picks up the gun and all of a sudden just like
Yeah,
it's
it's
following.
like
I think that was like the only good part of that movie.
Yeah, it was. And that, and then like when The Rock did the people's, or no, he did the rock bottom.
The rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like he did the Jason Statham in Fast 6.
That was the better one.
That was
the better one. That was so good. All right, what you got, Britt?
Okay, so it wasn't Star Wars. He was in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh,
Really?
Where?
He played Griphook, but Warwick Davis voiced the part.
Oh,
I had no
Really?
idea that
Interesting.
happened.
It's right there.
I
He was
always thought
also
it was just
in-
Warwick Davis.
He
Wow.
was also in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, too.
Really?
Yeah.
wow.
And he was in The Love Guru,
Oh God.
The Imaginarium
Mike
of Dr.
Myers movie?
Parnassus.
So he's in a lot.
Yeah.
he
And
did
Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, I love Trailer Park Boys.
Serious?
It's back for like the 15th season right now on Netflix. Come on, everybody loves Bubbles. Come on. No, you know Trailer Park Boys. Don't hate my white people shows.
Listen, man.
All right, so Doom. NBC Universal spokesperson confirmed to Variety that the film is being handled by Universal 1440 Entertainment, which produces non-theatrical projects. That means there's a chance the new Doom movie could appear directly on a digital platform such as Netflix, or it may also be a direct-to-DVD movie. Last week, actress and singer Nina Bergman also tweeted she signed on to appear in the film. Quote, "Wow, I'm doing the next Doom movie with Universal Pictures," Bergman said. "I just signed all the paperwork. I get to go back to Bulgaria again and work with some of my favorite people. This movie with a super cool director and my new record coming out, I feel like the luckiest girl in the world," end quote. Bergman later responded to a fan promising this new take on the video game franchise will be better than the 2004 film starring Dwayne Johnson and Carl Urban. Now, Brittany, did you ever see it? Did you ever
Shade.
see the other?
No, I remember trailers for it, though.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
I saw that one in the theaters too.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well,
Bless
it was
your
The Rock. I had to go see. I had to go support
You
The
gotta
Rock.
Support your wrestling friends.
Oh God, it was so bad.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the game whatsoever.
None.
Other than it was like, was it on Mars? I don't remember if it was or not.
I don't remember. I remember it was just really bad. And The
And he
Rock
had
wasn't literally.
He had like the creepy like child predator guy
Yeah.
that like got killed in the bathroom toilet or something. Oh God, it was so bad. It was so bad.
But like it says, I mean, it's if it is through Netflix, like I said, Netflix hasn't been letting us down. I think they've been doing pretty good with their movies, especially. And to bring Doom along, I mean, I think that could be something really good.
The only one I didn't check out was what was the one with Will Smith that came out recently?
Bright.
Bright.
Right, yeah.
Did anybody else watch it?
I liked it.
Really?
I mean, there's a lot of backstory that they didn't really talk about in the movie. So at least people with a lot of questions. But they're coming out with a second one. So I think answers could finally get answered.
Cool. I'll have to check it out. I haven't had time to watch anything really, but I'll have to see if I can check it out. Did you watch it?
I did not. Did you watch it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, just me.
All right. That's fine. That's all right. That's all right. So video game news. Detroit Become Human demo released today. So Detroit Become Human has gone gold, and to celebrate the milestone, developer Quantic Dream is releasing a new demo for the game today. Of course, if you're listening to this, on the date this release, it's yesterday. Per their PlayStation blog, the demo will be available for download on April 24th via the PSN store. You'll get to play the first scene of the game, Hostage, which has shown off at various events previously. You'll assume the role of an android named Connor, who's sent to save a kidnapped girl taken hostage by another android on a rooftop.
Mm.
So you played this
I did
today,
play it.
right?
I played it.
And
Yep.
it's basically that first E3 demo that they showed, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the second one?
The first one, because the second one they showed was you having to either.
Oh, that was the one with the...
where you basically revolt.
Yeah, because it was like the father and the child or whatever,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, this one is with the you're in a hostage situation and you take control of the android named Connor, who is a negotiator. That's what he's programmed to do.
Okay.
And at first it's very awkward because he talks like this. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
Like
Stuff
all robotic.
Like, Mike, what are you doing? It's just so weird. But you have to remember that he's an android.
Okay.
And so
You think he would be programmed to speak correctly though?
I figure it would be so advanced. I'm assuming you're like in year 3049 or something like
No,
that.
you got to reiterate the robots.
Yeah. They all have to talk like this.
Talk about
I
the
mean,
rest of
it's
the
like
show.
it's like in Toy Story Land. Woody's this big, but you're this big,
Yeah.
but you're supposed to be the
You're-
size of a toy.
We're Green Army Men.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. It's fun. It was cool for what it was. That first demo. I don't know how the rest of the game's gonna work out. 'Cause
So
it's
it plays like Heavy Rain though.
very much so. But where did every choice you did matter? Did that? Was it
Yeah,
like that?
basically everything. It was like to
Yeah.
choose like actually how many people actually survived by
That's
the end
right.
of the game.
Yeah,
That's right. This
I
one's
like
the same
that.
deal. Yeah, this one's the same deal where and they give you a probability of like how successful you're gonna be on like part of your screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like everything you do, it will like higher or lower the percentage. But then when the actual negotiating happens, then you take all that stuff that play the demo. It's on the PSN store. Go check it out. It's like 12 gigs or something like that.
Do you anticipate buying this game after the demo?
I don't think I'll play. I don't think I'll get it first day.
Okay, so wait till it's on sale at Best Buy. Or
I'll
whatever.
probably get it like Black Friday.
Okay.
It's like $20-$30.
Jonathan, you seemed interested about the game earlier. Is this something that you would be interested in trying?
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, I'll probably play the demo first. I haven't played it yet, but I like playing all different kinds of games.
Yeah.
Even whether it's like turn based or whether it's like first person or adventure or even like this where it's you're kind of like just like command where you just like push buttons and I think it's something different, especially for people who really enjoy just a good story.
Yeah.
Games like this are meant just for that factor that it's a
Yeah.
really good story. And,
Yeah.
It's one of the few games that like Fraka actually doesn't mind playing because
Yeah.
she loved Heavy Rain and she doesn't mind playing like the Telltale stuff, which basically plays the same way. That she doesn't have to use both analog sticks to turn and move around or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's basically just I'm pressing triangle to attack the bad guy or square to talk to the bad guy or whatever else.
And then, I was gonna say that actually, it's great if you have like a significant other or like friends that want to just kind of watch you play,
Watch like a movie basically.
And what's really neat also, it takes full advantage of the controller, the audio in the controller,
Okay.
which is really really cool. A lot of
Cool.
PS games don't do this anymore, but the what's that gimmick called on the controller, the touchpad.
The pad, yeah.
It takes full advantage of that. And if you guys have Alexa, it's Alexa enabled, so
What?
you can actually.
So what do you do with Alexa?
Yes, you can ask Alexa to like give you like background information on the like different characters on the game. Yeah,
What?
yeah, it's wild. I don't have one, but I
That's
read about it.
amazing.
So yeah, you can try it out.
Can't you just download the app? Isn't that a thing?
Don't know if you could have the. I don't know if you could. If you download the app, it'll work.
Oh,
but I
okay.
know if you have a
Like a
dot or
the Echo.
Echo,
the
it's-
Echo, yeah, I know it'll work.
That's
Interesting.
Which is
Brittany, do you anticipate getting this one or checking it out at least?
I don't know. I'd probably have to play the demo first.
Okay.
I would highly recommend it. It's free.
Free.
Yeah.
Everybody loves free.
Free
Yeah,
99,
I love
baby.
demos, yeah.
Number 7, Disney's Hollywood Studios to open extra hours for Toy Story Land. Guest resorts will have daily extra magic hours. Sorry.
It starts.
It starts. Disney's Hollywood Studios is getting ready for the grand opening of Toy Story Land on June 30th, and Disney is making changes to the park's operating hours and FastPass Plus policies in preparation for the summer's Pixar craving crowds. Disney's Hollywood Studios will be open from 8 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
What?
daily, starting July 1st, 2018 for a limited time. During Toy Story Land's debut period, DHS will also offer extra magic hours for Walt Disney World guests every morning at 7 a.m., plus one evening each week. In order to prepare for Toy Story Land, the Toy Story Mania attraction has closed its FastPass queue in order to relocate the ride's entrance, which will be found on the opposite side of the building after the expansion opens. While FastPass Plus reservations are currently unavailable, the ride is still operating with a standby queue.
That's because they're closing off Pixar Place. Tragic.
What's Pixar Place?
That's what's there now.
That's what's
Oh.
there now with
Oh.
the bricks that look like the actual Pixar building.
Oh, they're actually closing that area?
Yeah. So like when
Yeah.
you turn to go into Toy Story Land, the entrance is right here, and this is gonna be walled off.
Will they actually
Really?
bring Luxor Jr. over to
I don't
Toy
even know
Story
if
Land?
Luxor Jr. is still there.
I don't
he
think
makes
so.
appearances
He
anymore.
I
doesn't.
miss it. Do you remember that coming out at all? So remember, Luxor Jr. is the lamp that bounces on the ball or whatever. Do you remember that coming out as like an animatronic?
Yeah,
I
it-
did
it-
not
it
know that
would-
came out as an animatronic.
Yeah.
It would be like right next to where like Buzz and Woody are meeting.
Yeah, where they
like,
meet.
to the right.
The
Really?
grate is still there. It's like up on a ledge, and he
Yeah.
would like come out and like look, and light would turn on.
Yeah, so make sure to go when you go to Hollywood Studios next. Just look for like the opening area.
I
I don't even know if that animatronic is like still there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
All right, so there's
But really quick though, what do you think about the new Fast Pass tiers now?
Isn't it Mania?
basically everything Toy Story
Slinky.
is its own tier.
Even Alien Swirling Saucers
everything.
is
Yeah.
top tier.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Tower and Rockin' are tier 2.
I don't think
Right.
there is a tier 2. I think there's just the bottom tier. It's a Rock and Roller Coaster is on the same thing with Tower and Star Tours and everything else. At least that's what I thought it was.
If that means that you get to make fast passes for Rockin' and Tower and like Fantasmic and
Yeah.
not sacrifice stuff, sure, whatever. Because it's not Star Wars Land. I'm not gonna.
That's gonna be the big one. That's.
I'm getting
I'm
prepared for that.
I wouldn't doubt like seeing it go just Star Wars, Toy Story, and then everything else like as tiers or whatever. Pick one from each possibly. I don't know.
mean, they could knock Toy down to tier 2 and then make everything else bottom tier, and
I
then
can see
Star Wars
that.
be top.
Yeah.
I can see that. I'm so nervous about Star Wars, man.
Here's another
About
question
the,
for
the
you.
crowds. That's
Star
what I'm
Wars
concerned
will guests be allowed to wear costumes like they do over at Potter?
Ooh.
about. Oh.
Can you come in robes?
I'm making a costume for Galaxy's Edge. Whether or not
Yeah.
they'll let me in
I
the
don't-
park and wear it.
I don't know. I mean,
Because adults can't wear costumes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can go over to Universal in Potter and wear full robes as an adult.
Yeah.
And they won't say anything.
well,
to
like
you.
here at Hollywood Studios, they don't sell Jedi robes for adults.
They don't?
They have a really big one for kids.
Yeah, like for bigger
But
kids,
like, if
Trinity
you're a
could wear
smaller
it.
adult, you could wear it.
You could fit into some of the child size.
Probably could.
Good dig.
I should.
But that's something I wonder too. Like, are they gonna change that rule? Because like when they built that hotel,
Yeah, I was just gonna say the hotel is gonna be a big
they're gonna
aspect.
have cosplay for guests for that hotel.
That's
So are they
good.
gonna like stop them at the game and be like, "You can't wear that
can't
in
wear
the park.
that.
Go change."
I never even thought about that. That'd be interesting.
Wow.
I think about it all the time because I'm working on a in-universe costume right now to wear when the land opens.
Mm.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be cool.
You and Tori, you're too much.
Me
I
too.
can't. I just want to go wear shorts and a t-shirt. That's all I would do.
I have like army pants and a cool shirt,
Oh.
like
It's gonna be 1,000,000 degrees.
jacket. I don't care.
Oh my god, get out of here.
I found the screen accurate boots that they wear.
Oh my god. You can just wear Uggs or something.
No, they're called Pozu boots.
Pozu boots.
How much were
Yeah.
those things?
320.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my god.
So for those listening to the audio version of the podcast,
I haven't bought
pinkies
them
up.
yet.
Everyone throw the
They're
My
in your cart
priority-
though, aren't they?
No, I'm waiting until they have another sale. My priority right now is Dolores. So
That's
so,
MegaCon.
yeah,
No,
that's
yeah.
MegaCon.
Westworld.
All right. I know who Dolores is.
Oh,
I told you. I watched 3 episodes.
I
Oh my gosh. All right, so Toy Story. Is anybody excited for this? Because I really haven't talked to anybody that's actually excited for the area yet. Like, I'm anxious to see it, but it's nothing like I have to go opening day.
Yeah, I love Toy Story because it has a special place in my heart. For, like all of us, I think all of us, we grew up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's exciting. But I think the fact that it was announced with Star Wars,
Yeah, it was
like
the same
Star
time.
Wars just cast a huge shadow over it, and So I mean, I guess it really just depends what you're into. But hearing Star Wars, I'm like,
Yeah.
Toy Story is cool, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah. That totally makes so much sense.
I always get excited when something new comes along because then that's like a people suck for the rest of the park if you enjoy
Yeah.
that. But I wrote about the food options at the little Woody's Lunchbox
Yeah, I'm
restaurant.
actually very
It sounds
excited
like
about
Cozy Cone level food.
What's Cozy Cone?
Cozy Cone is in Cars Land at Disneyland.
Oh,
They serve like
oh.
pizza cones with like mac and cheese and stuff in it. It's super good.
Vincent was even telling us when he was on the show a couple weeks ago that there's a place in Disneyland that has food similar to the sandwiches. I can't remember where he said it was.
like
Carnation
Orle-
Cafe.
I think it was like
he said like some like New Orleans
Orleans
area.
area.
Oh yes, the New Orleans Cafe.
Yeah, but like I love sandwiches. Like I could eat a sandwich any day of the week.
Sandwiches.
But,
You
like,
can get a mint julep slushy in Magic Kingdom now, like you could get over at Disneyland.
Are you serious? At our Magic Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
it's
Casey's.
Wow.
Casey's has the slush.
Well, there's only one Magic Kingdom.
so pretty.
But
But I'm excited for the food. There's like a s'mores breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, it
that
looks
sounds
good.
really
that sounds
good.
amazing.
It's I love that this is all just finger food. I like that.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
finger food.
I really liked the Tow Mater ride in Cars Land at
Mhm.
Disneyland. I thought that was cute, and that's what Alien Swirling Saucers is.
Okay.
Same thing. So that'll be cool to have here.
So it's basically taking a lot of elements from Disneyland and just kind of putting a Toy Story
I mean,
gimmick to it, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, it's the same ride mechanic but different theming, and I think this one's covered and the one at Disneyland isn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, more Star Wars or more Toy Story news. I'm going to skip number 8 and go straight to number 9.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this article word for word. So
Dramatic reading.
This is from Orlando Weekly, just because I love the person who wrote this story. It's amazing. So Orlando Weekly, I forgot to write down the name of the actual person who wrote the article, but the headline says, Disney erects giant Woody at Hollywood Studios. Pause for dramatic effect. This morning, Disney announced they've reached the important milestone of erecting a giant Woody at the entrance of the yet-to-open Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. According to the official Disney Parks blog, the 20-foot-tall Woody doll has a 7-foot wide hat and stands next to a 4-foot tall yo-yo. Disney did not release any measurements of Woody's girth. Just a tip. Toy Story Land will officially open June 30th.
So much wrong with this.
Is that a real article?
This is a real article.
I sent it to him this afternoon. I
That's
was like,
what
it would be a crime if I didn't share this.
That's what I put on Twitter. Like, kudos or shout out to Brittani for sending me the best article I've ever read.
It was published online. I could send you the link.
There are some people that this is going to go right over their
Right
head.
over the head, yeah. Because I showed it to someone at work, and they're just like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. Showed it to another friend. She's dying laughing. Dying laughing.
Because it's people like us.
Us degenerates.
Yep.
Oh, man. What a glorious, glorious article.
I just want to know how that got past the editor, you know?
That's all.
Or they were
Because
just like...
they were one of those people. They were like,
Oh,
oh,
it's
girth, good
informative.
word.
All right, so answer honestly. Would Matt have noticed? Ah!
I wouldn't have the cojones to put that on the website.
I'm Hispanic. I know what cojones is.
But all right. So I did this thing on Saturday. I finally checked out Fast and Furious Supercharged. It was soft open while we were there. What are we playing here? What is this?
From Tokyo Drift. Come on now.
Oh, okay, yeah, I hear it now. Yeah. So I went last week. I think I talked about it on a podcast that I stayed until like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and they still did not open it. They opened it up at 4. I was quite upset. I checked it out Friday morning with Rocca and I. We actually walked right on. We actually didn't have time to look at the queue itself because it was just walk on. It was like, okay, well, I really want to watch everything, but everybody kept pushing forward and whatnot. It's like, all right, that's cool. But I checked out the queue Saturday. It was really cool. I love the whole the table, the barbecue table outside. You know,
That's right.
They have fake Coronas all over the table. I love it.
Sponsored by Corona.
Question: can you sit and like take pictures with it?
No, it's like blocked off by the queue.
What a
itself.
Oh man.
But this thing is going to be destroyed very quickly. Everybody's already like picking at the grill and everything.
Oh,
And there's these
man.
really cool like wind chimes that are like made out of keys and like lug wrenches and all this other whatnot. People are picking at that already. Like this, I hate people. I hate
that.
people. Stop touching stuff. Stop touching. But when you go in the queue itself or into the garage, you see all the cars. It's really cool. You're seeing Brian's car and Letty's car and Roman's and everything. And I'm marking out like you know we've said time and time again. My favorite film franchise of all time. I absolutely love walking into this thing.
Which Brian car is it?
The blue one.
Okay, so from 5.
I think it's a Subaru from 6. I think
6?
it is.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah,
6
yeah.
Did you notice the tiki mugs that were in the kitchen?
No,
I know the guy that put them there.
There were some things that actually I didn't even notice until like the second go round. Because like I said, the first time I blazed through the queue. I totally.
Yeah.
I wasn't even on that side of the pre-show room, so I didn't even see it. So you go through, you see all the cars and whatnot, and then there's spots where like videos playing from the movies, and of course he has music from all the movies and whatnot. So you hear "Turn Down for What," and you hear Bass Nectar on there, and you hear all this great music that you hear from the shows.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 different pre-shows. The first one is that one that you showed the picture from. I love it because they call it the family room, and they have like the
screens and
Oh no, that's the second one.
Oh, the
So I'm trying to think how to explain it. They have like an homage to Brian. They have like his work shirt hanging up, and I didn't notice it on Friday when I went because there's so many people in front of me. But they actually had like a little play area for the kids.
Oh,
They
That's
hit me right in the
cute.
feels. Oh,
That's
and then they have like a picture of Hobbs up on the fridge and has like a baby oil picture next to him and whatnot. That was pretty funny.
any tribute to Han?
No, I didn't see anything with Han.
That's messed up.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't think
Who
I
is
did.
that?
That's
Tokyo
the
Drift.
Korean guy from Tokyo Drift.
Oh.
He passed
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah.
His car blew up.
And it's in that's
seen
like forward in time. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it yet, then it clearly means you didn't see it.
Actually, Tori's borrowing the Blu-rays right now. So like once she's done with them, you can borrow them. You can Fast and Furious and chill with Josh.
I'll do a Red Letter Media like react video while I watch it.
Sorry, you said Fast and the Furious and chill.
Yeah. We termed that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we turned that.
Thanks. Like,
Hashtag-
is this the thing? Like, yeah, it's totally a thing. It's totally a thing.
Hashtag Fast and Furious and chill.
And then the next room is where the war room is. So like you see God's Eye up on the screen and whatnot, like trying to search for people. And that's when Vin Diesel starts talking to you, The Rock starts talking to you. So I get on the ride itself Friday. It's basically the same type of bus vehicle as what Kong is, of course. Then you going through and you get to the party. It's like, oh, okay, this is cool. Then you get into the ride area itself, or like the show area, I guess you could say. So where I was seated on Friday, I was on the very right-hand side, or the left-hand side of the bus. When the ride happened, I hated it. Because where I was stationed at on the bus, you see the screen. Like, there's no immersion to it whatsoever.
Are you serious?
Like,
Really?
you see the screen, like, at where it ends and where it starts, like, clear as day. And then off, like, right over to my left was, like, you see all the machinery that, like, spews out the smoke, the water.
Oh,
and the people
no.
were complaining about being sprayed by water. You get soaked on this ride if you're sitting in the wrong spot.
Really?
Veronica was soaked. Like, she was soaked. It was crazy. There's something up with the video. I don't know. Have you wrote it yet?
No, I haven't been on it, but I have been in one in California.
Okay,
so.
but that one's 3D, correct? So I don't know if there's something lost in translation between going 2D with us, but it seems something off with it. Like almost like you're playing a PS2 game on a 4K TV.
Oh,
It's very strange. I don't know what it is. So like when I first wrote it, I was like, man, like I really want to like it, but just there's something about it I didn't really like. Like if of course I'm a Fast and Furious fan, so I can appreciate it. It's fun. I didn't really like think it was that great at first. Saturday, I wrote it with the kids, and at that time I was actually in the back of the bus, dead center in the middle. I loved it.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it because it all depends on where you're seated on the bus. But it's weird because I don't think it's like that on Kong.
It is though. I mean, like even with Kong, if you like look, it's one of those things where if you try to look, to see where the screen ends, you'll see it. So
And it's not like that on Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking and it's obvious. Yeah. So then, and I think that's what took me out of it at first on Friday. But Saturday, like I said, I'm riding it right in the middle, and everything's happening. There's still something weird about the look of the video.
I've seen posts on Twitter where people say like the audio's not synced up with their lips and like I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
there's something
just,
off.
like a play issue. But didn't they use the same footage from the California ride
yes,
and just
the
change
exact
the
same thing.
backgrounds?
The
and
only
everything?
thing that's different is Tej and Mia being in the pre-shows. Like, there's no pre-show over in California because it's the tour bus
Yeah,
ride.
you're just driving right into
Yeah.
it.
You're like, oh, look, we're at a party, and then that's when the whole Fast and Furious thing happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, here, it's a specific, ride for us.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, Saturday, I really liked it. Like, the kids absolutely loved it. The kids were even sitting on the end. Gavin was losing his mind. He loved it. He absolutely loved it. The girls loved it. Yeah. Like I said, Saturday, depending on where you are seated in this bus, is where you're either going to, enjoy it or, hate it.
So is it like Kong where it's like fully
Yeah.
like immersive?
Yeah.
Like in terms of
There are like
the
lights on
screen?
the bars on the sides, right?
I mean, like, you're just looking through the
Really?
windows and you're seeing,
Yeah.
like, on the left-hand side, it's Hobbs on his tank or his big, SUV with a 50 caliber, machine
yeah,
gun or
that's what I'm
whatever.
talking about.
Over here, you got, Roman and Letty driving with Dom as he's flying on top of or holding on to the bottom of a helicopter or whatever. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. My thing is like I think people could still go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have just been very critical with it because it's because a lot of people that have gone to the one in California, you know, they've ridden that, so they're like, oh, it's gonna be the same thing as that. But like people who have never been on, you know, the one in California, they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So when you go on there and you know you see something different like this, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a ride. It's not for everybody. Some people are gonna like it. Some people are not gonna like it. Just like Kong, you know, like. Yes, they're the same kind of ride, but again, some people enjoy it, some people won't. I mean,
and I love Kong.
Yeah, I love Kong.
Yeah.
So you know, you just gotta go in there with an open mind and not be ready to judge every single little thing.
It's so bad. Like I kept putting up on our Twitter and then even my own Twitter. It's like, yo, I don't care about the hate. Like I had fun with it. Yeah. So that's as long as I'm having fun, I don't care about what everybody else is thinking.
And then people are gonna flock to it because it just opened. So that means that everything else is. The weights are going to go down.
Well, I don't know about that.
So,
oh, gosh. That place was packed on Saturday.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. I don't know what's going on. There's not a slow time at all, ever, anymore. I don't get it.
At any of the parks.
No, any park. Oh, my gosh. It's crazy. But I'm excited for you, to finally get out there sometime and check it out or whatever.
Hopefully when Horror Night starts.
Yeah. It'll be cool. Let's see. Actually, more Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
There
can never be enough Fast and Furious.
Number 10, Netflix orders Fast and Furious animated TV series.
This is gonna rule.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
So, per THR, the show will center around Tony, the cousin of Dom Toretto, Vin Diesel's character in the movies, of course. The story follows Tony and his friends who were recruited by a government agency to infiltrate an elite racing league, which serves as a front for a crime organization planning on taking over the world. Yeah. Tim Hedrick, Voltron legendary defender, and Brett Holland, all hail King Julian, will serve as showrunners. Hedrick and Holland will executive produce alongside with Diesel, Neil Moritz, and Chris Morgan. You gonna watch the show, Didi?
Heck yeah!
So this guy's name is Tony Toretto.
Tony Toretto. I love
Toretto.
it. TT. I hope he has like a crazy deep voice like that too.
That'd be awesome. That'd be so stoked.
So I told Gavin yesterday when the news broke about it. So I was like, all right, Gavin, I have a new show for you to watch. He's like, what? What is this show? I'm like, are you ready? Like, yeah. I was like, there's gonna be a Fast and Furious cartoon. Can I watch it right now? I'm like, well, it's actually not on there yet, buddy, but it'll probably be on soon. Is Vin Diesel going to be in it? I was like, I don't know, but his cousin Tony is going to be in there. He's like, what? So he was kind of confused about like the different characters or whatever being in it, but it'll be stupid fun.
I can't wait.
I think it'll be cool.
Anybody else? Brittany, you don't seem like you're that enthused. What do you mean?
I'm not in on the narrative.
Come on, man.
I would like for it to tag in, like, with the movies and somehow, like, be around the same time as the movies and for it to, like, connect somehow. Kind of how they did with, like, the Star Wars, cartoons.
Oh, yeah, like,
I love Rebels.
Here.
Exactly. Well, Rebels, they all somehow came together. So something like that would be pretty cool. And, if Vin Diesel can come in and, like, voice his character every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah.
Like, hello, cousin. I think that'd be kind of cool.
They should have some barbecue.
Yeah. They should have done with Han during his time in Japan.
Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah.
We
don't know what time this is taking place, so this could totally happen.
Hopefully,
you can have the who was the white dude with the really horrible accent?
Lucas.
Lucas. Yeah. Oh. I knew Han too, dog.
I knew Han too, buddy.
Oh,
so good.
I was actually listening to that on the way home on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, so last one of my news: Han Solo actor Alden
Aaron Reich.
Yeah, there you go. Has signed on for more movies as Solo. Solo, a Star Wars story, could be the first several movies starring Alden.
Aaron Reich.
There you go. As everyone's favorite smuggler, as the actor has revealed, he signed on to appear as Han Solo in 3 more movies. 3 movies. In an interview with Esquire for its latest cover story.
Aaron Reich.
I love this. I was asked how many films he signed up for as Han Solo, to which he replied, quote, 3. Then the actor flinched before adding, I don't know if that's officially public yet, but yeah. So
he screwed up.
He Tom Hollanded.
He done messed up.
I still don't know what to think about Solo.
I'm scared.
I'm very lukewarm about it.
I'll go for Lando.
Just give him his own movie.
He's on Magic Bands now.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is.
Gotta
yeah.
buy one.
They have a Magic Band.
You know
with
you've made it
Childish
when you're on a
Gambino
Magic
on it.
Band.
I made a joke. I was like, when you touch it to the touch point, it plays Redbone
Oh,
before you
God.
go into the park.
At least play. Oh, gosh, at least play a good song.
Redbone's
I
good.
can't stand that album. I hate that album. At least play Camp or something.
You don't
Bonfire.
understand art.
Oh, no, I didn't like it. But yeah, I'm very scared for Solo. I hope it's good, but
Yeah,
I'm doing the Didi. I'm practicing what he preaches about anything I'm interested in. I'm staying away from spoilers, any trailers or anything. So I'm hoping that's going to be good, and I'm trying to stay away from everything. Tori's losing her mind over it, especially at Denny's.
that's an adventure in itself.
She's really excited, but I hope it's good. But that's it for my news.
I'm not in a rush to see it.
Same.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars. But
same.
It's just.
I'll go see it so I get the disappointment out of the way early. But
no,
if it is disappointing.
But yeah,
if.
I don't want to go in there, like, thinking I'm going to be disappointed. I want to
Yeah.
go in there and, like, I really want it to be good.
I'm
like,
trying
I
to
just,
stay positive about it because
Yeah.
I love Star
like,
Wars.
Lando, save
but
this movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think of this movie and I'm thinking movie pass. I'm sorry.
I mean,
That's right at the level with me.
at the same time, they're taking it to Cannes Film Festival to premiere it. They haven't done that since the prequels. That's a pretty ballsy stage to bring a bad movie to. Just saying.
Well, a lot of people would say that about the prequels. I'm not one of those people. But
Three's. Man, 3 was so good,
I think 3 was the last one that they brought to Cannes.
and everyone loved it.
well, not everybody. But
Listen.
we did.
I loved it.
But
All right, time for your Get Hype news.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Get Hype news. Yeah.
wow, what an intro.
I'm playing nothing. I didn't do anything. We're just gonna play some stuff. Okay. So Valve bought out Campo Santo a couple days ago.
They're the guys who do Firewatch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They bought them out. Hopefully, it's to help develop Half-Life 3, which will never come to pass.
Okay.
So that's cool. Fortnite Mobile has made $25 million in its first month.
Oh my god. And we thought PUBG was the end all be all of what was going on, and here's Fortnite.
Unbelievable.
It's because Drake played it.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Well,
I mean, it was big
it
before
was big
that.
before
but
that, but now it's like huge now. It's ridiculous. And they don't even do loot boxes or anything like that. It's all cosmetic stuff. That's what you spend money on.
It's free. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's free. Anyway, in case you guys didn't know, Avicii died on Friday.
Yeah.
Addiction's a real thing. So if you
brother.
Hey. More than likely it's probably because he's had a addiction problem for quite a few
rough.
years, and so it's a real thing. So if any of that stuff is with you guys, get help. That'd be great. And also some video game news. This is kind of a big deal for some people who play FIFA. It really is.
Uh-oh.
There's a player named Mohamed Salah. He's like big time now. He was rated an 83 when the season started, and now he's now rated a 98, and so now he holds the record for like the highest
Jump.
jump in
Which league
FIFA,
does he play in?
The Premier League.
Premier.
So the real deal.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, he was ranked an 83, 98, same level as Messi. So
Holy crap.
it's a big deal. Wolfenstein 2 got announced for the Switch, and its release date is June 25th.
Oh, the release date was announced.
Yeah,
Okay.
release date was announced. It's June 25th.
Did you ever play Wolfenstein,
I
Jonathan?
haven't played any of them.
It's really good.
You gotta play them and put them on easy,
Yeah, they're hard. They're crazy hard. Like really hard.
like stupid hard, like Dark Souls hard.
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, thank you. Deadpool is getting a 2-year
I saw
anniversary
this.
release for Blu-ray.
A 2-year anniversary.
2-year
Oh,
anniversary
Deadpool, I love you.
release for Blu-ray. It was released well, if you're listening to Wednesday today. Well,
Yesterday.
yesterday. It comes with temporary tattoos, car decals, and other minor things. Best Buy has the Steelbook 4K edition though, so if you want to get that.
All right.
And I can't believe we didn't cover this. New Call of Duty and Battlefield. Both companies announced that they're going to be battle royale games.
I'm over it. I'm so over it.
I'm interested to see how that's gonna work with Call of Duty.
Well, especially because Call of Duty isn't going to be single player at all.
Yeah,
the
there's
next
gonna be
one.
no single player whatsoever. It's
That's
gonna
sad.
be
So you're paying for online play?
Yeah, basically
Yeah,
just like it's
pretty
an
much.
Overwatch.
yeah.
Ew.
But Call of Duty hasn't been good for a while, so I don't care.
Well, World War II was actually
Was
really
it good? Okay, I
World War
didn't
II was
play it.
actually solid, very good. Battlefield was good too. Battlefield 1's good, but it's hard, very hard. And then finally, Food and Wine. The Axe got announced today, and
Oh
dates.
yeah, that's right. I forgot to put on there. Sorry.
Besides the usual, Boyz II Men, Hanson, and a Sugar Ray.
Mercy Me.
That's a new one.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
just
there's a new one.
Brock was
Mercy.
actually kind of freaking out about Mercy Me. She listened to them when she was growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
See, they see that. I can only imagine
Who
songs.
else?
98 degrees.
Yeah.
Bro.
I think that was the biggest
And
one.
98 degrees, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
texted my sister, and she's just like, oh my God. So it was like, she's like freaking out about that. And Sheila E. I'm so stoked about Sheila E.
Sheila E's gonna be there.
Sheila
Oh
E's
my
going to
God.
be there. Man, the glamorous life. Woo! I'm so stoked about that. Am I the only one stoked about Sheila E? Okay.
No, it's cool.
It's going to be so dope.
All
I
right.
can't wait. But yeah, that's my get out news for this week.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into topic of the show. Come on, dude, you gotta be ready. You knew when you were done.
I knew when I was done.
It's time for the Atreus and Kratos tots. The Norse tots.
Can I get some of that Norse music? I need to have that. I've been playing it like all weekend. My kids are kind of over it. No. Play the
Oh,
first
you
one.
doing-
Play that first
You
one.
want to play that first one?
Yeah, play the first one.
All right, I got the first one coming.
Yeah.
I got the first one coming real quick, like right now.
Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, it's that music that you hear when the game's first opening. The so long. Yeah. Oh, it's so
so
good. It's so
Let's
good.
go, baby.
All right, now Brittany, I know you haven't played it yet,
No, I haven't. I want
So,
to.
I think you would like it.
but we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Okay.
No spoilers
Okay.
though,
Wait, no spoilers.
because I'm only in the second part.
Okay,
The
question
second
though.
later.
Okay.
Do I have to play any of the other ones?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And everyone's
For those of you
like,
that don't know, like we all like set up really fast.
All right, we're gonna let Jonathan take this one
Okay,
'cause he's
go
been
ahead.
really excited actually. About
Yeah.
talking
He's
about
actually
this.
he's actually
Um,
super stoked.
give
about
me a
it.
crash course.
Okay.
What I should know.
You don't have to, but you should.
Yeah.
Because you have to know the backstory, and there are parts in the game that you'll really, really appreciate
Yes.
if you've played the first one.
Okay.
Or well, I mean, like the first.
My
set
next
of
question: are they available on PlayStation 4, or do I have to have PlayStation?
God of War
3?
3 is.
God of War 3.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, I was going to try and finish God of War 3 before God of War came out. I played through half of it, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to have time. And there's plenty of recap videos to watch on YouTube. So if you don't have PlayStation Now, where you can, play the first one and the second one or whatever, or PlayStation, was it 2? 3?
2.
Well, I guess 3 could
Oh,
play the
3.
old ones or whatever,
Yeah.
if you had that console. But if you don't have the access to the original games, just watch a YouTube recap video.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have like ones that have all the videos. Like you could probably watch all of them through one video, and,
Yeah.
and you'll be caught up for this game.
Yeah.
So
Like, I think the God of War 3 one I watched was like an hour and a half long because
Are
it
you
was
serious?
like all the cutscenes,
Yeah.
like everything.
Was it really that many cutscenes? I just played the game. Was it really?
Well, it
that?
did like the big portions of like boss fights or whatever.
Oh,
too.
okay. Hercules.
just be
Well,
ready
still
for
one
a
of my
ton of
favorite
blood, a ton of gore, and all
I
those
mean,
beautiful things.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because a lot
I
of people.
just wish they did the thing like the Kingdom Hearts games where they have all
Big
of
collection.
the videos
Yeah.
on the actual disc.
But
Oh yeah, no. no,
except
yeah.
with Kingdom Hearts, you still don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say it made sense.
Because the original God of Wars, is that how you say it? The God of War games, not everybody liked them. I love them, but a lot of people didn't like gravitate towards it because Kratos was so one-dimensional. He was all just anger,
I hate you.
anger and sexy
Aries.
time.
Angry and just wanted to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Everything.
Legit.
Yeah.
I remember one of the older ones. One of my friends played it a lot in high school, but I just
Yeah.
There was no speaking. It was just yelling. That's
Yeah,
all it
and-
was.
And to me, just like those older ones, they felt they were very repetitive.
Yes,
It was just
yes.
swinging stuff around, doing combo.
Yep.
I mean, it just, I don't know, like it was kind of going nowhere for me. But I still played them because I enjoyed the character and I enjoyed the cutscenes. Just you bashing people's heads in. And,
Yeah.
and killing the gods. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I think 3 had more of a. You kind of felt more rewarded because you actually got gear. Like,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
you got
yeah.
Hermes' boots.
Boots.
Yeah.
And then
Hercules.
Hercules'
was
the
fist gauntlets or whatever.
gauntlet gimmick.
Is that the one where you got Medusa's head too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or not Medusa's head. You
was-
got
Helios.
Oh,
Helios
the
is
light one, yes.
the light thing.
Yeah.
And so there was like more of a reward, but like it definitely helped to play 3 to kind of remind yourself of like how one-dimensional, how lame of a character Kratos was.
See, I didn't mind him. Like I was there for just like the Arnold Schwarzenegger really dumb action type game, I guess you could call it.
I think with 3 though, they really point out that he really was a terrible person because he didn't care about the consequences of what he's doing because he's so selfish
until the end,
of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of learn, and then you jump into this game, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of that opening, Jonathan. What were your thoughts of like when the game first opened, without like spoilers?
Well,
I mean, a lot of this you can see in the trailers for it, so it's not that much of a spoiler.
When it opened, I had questions.
Okay.
I was like, how did this person come to be? Like, why are they dead?
Yeah.
Well,
they talk about it in the trailer that the mother is dead.
I'm like, what happened to her? And my only thing is like, the history of like, what happened between 3 and now that he has a family, and how did he get there between realms or lands, because first it was all Olympus, and
all
and
the
now,
Greek stuff.
And now it's all in the Norse
mythology. Yeah.
So how did he get to that? And I'm really curious about that because he's like you said before, he's a one-dimensional character, but now I want to know more, because they made a story now. There really truly is a story.
Yeah.
That you just want to know more of, and the more you play, you do learn a lot. And,
yeah.
Oh man.
And like Kratos as a character just kind of opens up, and he's like not one-dimensional. So in a way, you're just kind of like what? Yeah. And like Atreus just opens up a whole new. I think
Atreus is his son.
Yeah, Atreus is his son. Just kind of opens up. I don't know. To me, it's just like my mind just gets blown.
The interaction between Atreus and Kratos at the beginning of the game, it's very not odd, but it's hard to watch at times because Kratos still at times is still Kratos. Yeah. He's still very standoffish. He's not as angry, of course, as what he was before, but it doesn't seem like he's a good father.
Yeah.
And after the mother dies, I think he realizes that he has to be. And it's so obvious, throughout the game because like Atreus plays with you. So kind of like how Ellie was with Last of Us, Atreus is there to help you.
Or Elizabeth with Infinite.
Yeah, same way, yeah. So there's at times where Atreus helps you win a battle, and he's like, well, how did I do, Father? And Kratos goes, you were adequate.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, okay. And it as the story progresses and Atreus I wouldn't even say that he becomes closer, but maybe that like Kratos, starts to realize like Atreus' worth, the terms that he uses totally different. Yeah,
there's a lot of growth with the characters just from like the time that I've played it, and like any relationship that you have with a parent, like my relationship with my father. I mean, we had a lot of like downs, and moments that we fought. And seeing something like this where you see that they have a conflict with each other, but they work with it. And as you play the game, I mean, it's just their connection grows. And, you like there have been times that I play this game and I tear up because it's a tale of a father and his son and, working together to, accomplish a goal. But at the same time, he is hard on this child for a reason. And later on, you learn like why he is so hard on him, and then it just kind of goes from there. But it's beautiful. I mean, and the game is so beautiful,
stunning.
Like I'm gonna say, it's probably one of the best looking games I've ever played. Like
I would say that too.
Like throw everything else aside, PC game. I don't know. Like this game is beautiful. I mean, when you're out like in the lake, and the serpent,
the world
serpent, when you're looking at that thing from far away, it is. Mind blowing.
What about when you get to Sanctuary?
Wait.
When you get to the Sanctuary.
What's the Sanctuary?
The first one, when you meet the witch the first time.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, like, what? Like, oh my, I was so many. If you have HDR, it helps a lot. An HDR TV, you kind of see like just the different colors and the lighting. And then I play the game in performance mode.
See, I'm playing in graphics mode.
Okay, so you play in 4K.
Yeah.
Just because performance mode. Basically, with the regular battles, it helps with so many enemies because you're playing, you're faster, your games are responding faster. So I just got sick of it because I kept dying at one part. So I said, you know what, screw this, let me just go switch over. I did. So I mean, you can tell a big difference. So like during the cinematics, I'll stop the game, put it on 4K, and then I will play it.
That's too much for me.
That's so
I
dumb.
just want to play this
Yeah,
game.
just play the game.
Well, just because you know it's pretty. There's like cool effects.
Yeah, but why switch it back and forth though? Like you're having
because-
that much of an issue with the battles?
because sometimes the fights are tough because there's so many
Oh, no,
enemies.
they're-
But especially when we have like 5 or 6 nightmares in one thing, and then you have like the enemies. Like sometimes you just gotta. I'm like, you know, screw this. So I just for most of the time, unless on cinematics, I'll just keep it on performance mode. And
I always have the problem of pressing the wrong button between like the shield and the aiming.
Yeah, I do
So
that.
I'm like, oh,
yeah.
they're about to hit me. Let me throw my shield. But no, I'm like aiming
Yeah,
at
I-
their face, and they're like, ugh.
I do that
I
as
switched
well.
I switched the controls to triangle and circle. I had to do it.
So
Obviously,
before we move on to like the battle system in this one, you were talking about the relationship a little bit more between the father and the son or whatever. There's so many different points where like Kratos actually goes to reach for Atreus, to not like calm him down, but just to like, hey, I'm here, and then he just backs off. And like there was multiple times where he goes to reach, and I'm like, just embrace your son. Like I'm yelling at the TV, like embrace him. And then there's a point where like it does happen on accident, and I started crying.
Yeah.
And Gavin's there with me. He's playing the Switch at the time, kind of watching me play at the same time. And he's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, buddy. It's just like it's moving." And never would I think that a God of War game would make me have the feels.
Yeah.
It's
I totally agree.
oh, it's so good.
It's so different from the other ones, and like we were talking about like the whole fighting system and the dynamic. Yeah, it's
So fighting system.
Yeah.
The first time that you break, I don't even know if the axe has a name. Does the axe have a name?
Leviathan.
Oh, that's right, the
Leviathan,
Leviathan axe. So the first time that you throw the Leviathan axe, and you press triangle to receive the axe back to your hand, so it plays basically like Mignon. Oh no, I can't say it now.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, meow
Mjolnir.
meow. So
Meow,
when you call it back, and it just automatically just whips right back to your hand, you're like, I am a BAMF. Like you're ready to kill everything. It's just like once it just you throw this thing as far as you possibly can, and it when you're calling it back, it'll bounce off of the wall or bounce off of the ceiling and this and that, but it
Or
still
another
goes,
enemy.
goes right back to your hand, and you're just like,
yeah.
why has this never been done before?
I don't know, but the coolest thing is to go out to like over a mountain and just throw it over the mountain. And just watch it, like see how far I can go before it hits the thing, and then like call it back. I'm like, oh my god, I just did that.
It'll go.
Yeah.
Or like you'll just like throw it somewhere and then you kind of walk as far as you can and then you just it goes bam. You're like,
It
ow!
has happened sometimes where like I'll throw it and forget to like call it back, and I'm about to start a fight, and I'm like, why can't I like hit you with my axe? And I'm just like fist fighting. I'm like, oh wait, triangle, and then it kills somebody on the way back.
And the best part is like when you actually call it back, it's like Thor Ragnarok where you're in the Sanctum Sanctorum, or when Thor is, and he's like calling back the umbrella, and you're hearing it smash into everything. You hear that with the axe. You hear it go. I'm like, oh, that is so awesome.
Oh,
So I love that it changes up, of course, the battle system altogether because it's a stationary one camera where God of War previously was like this couple different cameras up in the far away from you, depending on what the action was like. Or
Almost
whatever.
like a platformer.
Yeah. But this one, it's always right behind Kratos. Like 75% of the screen is going to be Kratos' back. You can throw the axe to go freeze, the one enemy, and then go, fisticuffs with another. In the meantime, you're getting a red arrow, like Spidey sense thing, saying that someone's behind you, or Atreus will yell at you on your left, and it actually works. There's actually an enemy on your left-hand side.
Yeah.
The battle system,
and having Atreus there too, like he's a fun character, and like using his like different battle system as well with like bow
he's
and
cool.
arrow.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And when you
cool.
upgrade him, he is powerful.
Yeah.
And his abilities are a lot cheaper than like Kratos, so like you could upgrade him pretty fast, and those arrows deal a ton of damage.
Really?
And it's funny too because like you can also upgrade his armor. So at first I was like, whatever, he's not gonna die. I don't care. I'm not gonna upgrade his armor. But once you get to like certain stages where you see like his armor changes abilities, you're like, oh yeah, I'm upgrading this because like one will like up the amount of stun damage that he does. So it's easier for you to run up and hit R3 to do like a death kill thing or whatever. And then there's one that will do more lightning damage
more
or
lightning damage.
or-
More,
Really?
Like, his bow and arrow does more damage with like certain armor. Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I love the armor system. You know, there's so many different armors. There's different weapon upgrades and a ton of abilities. So like hear me out. So in the original God of Wars, he had endless abilities that you could like learn and use all of them. Where in this one, you could only have 2 per weapon, where it's like you have 2 like sockets like put in different abilities, which is cool because then it's not just too crazy where you're like,
everything,
and they're timed. Whereas the other one, you could keep using the abilities that you're
over and over.
This one, it would be like a 30-second wait before you can use it again, which makes it not so crazy where he's running around just
doing the same thing.
Everything.
As long as you have mana, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, in this one, it keeps the fights more interesting, where you have to be like, okay, I have to dodge this. I have to kind of fight a different way instead of just using the same ability over and over again. So it's different, but it's fun, and I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And to me now, playing this one, it feels like a PlayStation exclusive, where they're made like a certain way. Where I feel like the old God of Wars, they don't really do it. For this one, where you compare it to, for instance, like Horizon Zero Dawn and The Last of Us, it has that same feel. And I really love that.
Well, like God of War, there was a lot of beat 'em ups like that, where Bayonetta or Devil May Cry or anything like that. Where this definitely feels like its own thing. Like the only thing I would compare like the battle system to is almost like Hellblade. Hellblade was kind of the same type of battle system, but of course that was more story driven than anything or whatever. Yeah. But that battle system. Didi, what are you thinking about it?
It takes a bit to getting used to, definitely.
Especially when you're coming off of God of War 3.
Yeah.
Because you played it right before.
I did. I played it literally right before, and as soon as I got my new console, I installed the original, the new God of War, and just started getting it. So I'm like, oh man, I don't have that reach anymore. So like, we're having to run and like, it gets complicated when there's a lot of when you're first starting off. It gets complicated when you have like a lot of enemies. You like, okay, I can free somebody, boom, and then you fight, and then all of a sudden you like say if there's a witch and you want to like use the axe to beat it, you're like, oh crap, I don't have it.
Yeah.
But now Atreus, he's so
with those
cool.
witches, that's where you use your.
That's where I was like, it didn't hit me until like I started playing. I played it today, and then I was like, Atreus was like, he said something. He's like, oh, let me use my arrows, and all of a sudden you just like that. I go, oh snap, and I just started going like that. But
I didn't think I was going to use the trace as much as I do. Like I'm using him like crazy. Yeah.
When I fought the ogre right before you meet up with the witch the second time, I used to basically I had him finish off all the mooks basically, and I just concentrated on the ogres, and he was whooping up.
I will say one thing I really enjoy that they kept from like the old game is being able to get on top of like the big like the ogres,
the big ogres,
and like mashing stuff
Still
up.
mashing.
I love it. They kept that.
Like, it's funny because like the first one I killed, just like I didn't even do anything, and then once I think it was like the second or third one that I fought, and it's like press R3, I'm like, oh, am I gonna? Yes, I am doing it. Like you're going around and smashing everybody or whatever.
But I only thing I do miss is like when you kill them, it's fun and all, but like with the old games, it was I think it was the Cyclops that you would get on top of the Cyclops and then you rip their
pull his eye out,
and then you take control.
I used to love that. With these, it's different. He like slams like the axe in between like his like like
like his mandible or whatever.
It's definitely not as brutal as the
I feel the same way. It's not as bloody or
like so far I don't mind Gavin watching me play. Like it's not like horrible, it's not crazy bloody. There's no sassy time like there was in the last game so far anyway. But and it's funny because like a lot of people were asking me too, is like, are these still these huge big battles or whatever? And it's like there are in a sense, but like within the first 30 minutes, you're having a boss fight. Like, I'm not going to say who it is, but like when you meet this person, it's funny because Didi and I were arguing like who we thought it was at first. We'll tell you after the show or whatever. It's eventually revealed who it is, but it's like that fight was like what the Superman Man of Steel fight should have been.
Boy, and then like I liked it like during that fight when he said something that triggered Kratos. Boy,
that's when the Spartan Rage hit for the first time, right?
Like, I stood up. I was like, whoa!
So that's the other thing. I love the way that the Spartan Rage is actually implemented in this as well. Where like most of the time I'm just constantly just do or whatever. But you can do the huge ground slam. You can do the what is it, like a huge haymaker or whatever.
And there's different things you can unlock for that too. To like upgrade it and have more abilities. So
the RPG aspect of this game, I wasn't expecting it to be as it's not super intricate, but it's it's super easy for people that aren't used to playing RPG games at the same time as well.
It's like I was telling my friend yesterday. I said, if there's one thing that I hate about games nowadays, gear. You tell me that there's gear involved, like I can collect gear, I'm hooked. Yeah. So I'm like searching. I'm literally searching in this game every nook and cranny. Can I get new gear? Can I get new gear?
That was the funniest thing. So Jonathan and I are well, I don't know if you played since then or whatever, but Jonathan and I were actually almost step for step the same spots or whatever. Mm-hmm. And when I asked him to come on the show, I told him where I was, and it's like, but I'm going to be here for a while because I unlocked some new areas, and that's all I do is just side quests the entire time to make sure I get better gear for when the story modes actually happen or whatever.
I did the 9 Seas part. I literally went to every single island. Yeah, I did. I'm doing
searching for all of Zeus's ravens, or not Zeus, Odin's ravens.
Except there's one raven that really made me so mad.
For the longest time, I didn't know this, but there's like this little whistle that you hear whenever they're around.
Really? Oh yeah.
Which for a while I was like, what is that sound? And I was like, there's something around here that is making a whistling sound. I'm gonna find it, and I didn't know that it was the ravens doing that.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't know it makes sound.
And then finally, Atreus goes, Dad, do you hear that? Look over there. And I'm like, oh, you damn bird. So it's one of those things.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me mad is when I get to like a chest that I don't have the proper gear to unlock it yet. Like, why can't I open you? Stop teasing me. Stop it. But
or
it's very Metroid.
Yeah. Because what I did earlier today, I spent an hour on this one part trying to get this chest, and Trace goes, why don't we just come back? And I'm like, you didn't tell me this from the beginning.
You're crazy. You would be here forever. Let's go take Mama's ashes.
I was like, you couldn't tell me this 45 minutes ago. Yeah.
So
no wonder he hates you.
There was another thing. I was actually talking to a friend today at work, and she has a PS4, and I was trying to tell her that she needs to get this game, and she said, "Is it that good?" I'm like, "I'm letting you know right now, it's my top 5 games of all time so far."
Yeah,
like only playing like this much of it, I'm in love with this game.
How many hours would you say you guys got in?
Oh god, I don't want to say it because my wife is here. And if she knows how long I've been playing.
So Fraka worked the marathons this weekend, so she wasn't home to actually worry about me playing the entire time. I think it doesn't have a time counter on there.
Sucks,
That's why I want to know how much I've played.
I don't.
I want to see. Well, I'm curious just to know how much.
Yeah.
I think I've put 20, 25 hours into this game.
Wow, I think I probably.
So as soon as Fraka walks out the door, you're like, PlayStation button.
Oh, yeah, I was playing while she was at home too. She doesn't care because it's one of those games that she doesn't mind watching because it's very story driven based. Yeah. But I'd say 20, 25 hours.
You probably have me beat.
Really?
By a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably.
Maybe it's not that much because we can't be that far away.
No. Well, after the show, we're
gonna
compare and see where we are.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably 8 to 10 probably.
Okay, so
just because Sunday night I got sucked into playing Overwatch with some friends. For
so you
5,
haven't done more with the Serpent then, right?
I'm at.
You've only done the second or the first part.
I'm at Alfheim. No, the second.
Oh, okay. So you're past story wise where I am.
What?
Yeah, you're past story wise. I haven't went to Alfheim yet.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
No way.
Right? Because
Alfheim's the second stage that you go to after you meet the witch the second time.
Side quest, man.
Yeah.
No, there's side quests. There's only
what's the first? What's the dark? There's the dark, of course.
The dark elves is in Alfheim.
Oh, okay. So I passed that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to what's the other one?
There's Hell. Have you been to Hell yet?
No. Okay.
All right. No, never mind. Okay.
Right.
I passed you guys.
Okay, yeah, so you're past, yeah. So I think, what's the second one that you go to? That's the one where it's supposed to be like the ice giant thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like
the huge from Thor.
Yeah.
Because
it's the one that's not supposed to be there, but they help you get there or whatever. Yeah. That thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the first lane you're in, you only have 2 or 3 side quests, and then after that, I think that's when.
Did you unlock the dragon, by the way?
What do you mean, lock the dragon?
No, that's going to be a no. Did you unlock the dragon?
Maybe. I've found a dragon.
Okay.
And then there was a dragon that I had to fight.
Okay. Did you let the first one free?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I want to know. Because there's probably 4 of them that you can set free. Oh, is it 3? Okay.
There's a dragon in the first stage?
I don't know if
it's one of the side areas.
Yeah. It's just
in the first stage.
You have to keep just you hop on that canoe boy and you
just going everywhere. Dude, that's the same thing. I just went in a circle. I went clockwise and I stopped every single place I could possibly go.
Too, but I didn't.
Yeah.
You missed the dragon then.
Look.
You better go back.
I guess I
Brittany,
have to watch.
you're gonna play this game
Yeah.
so much.
It's so good.
You know, it's just amazing. I mean,
I'm going to be playing it for forever because I have no time to play games.
Yeah, you're gonna forget you have a boyfriend for a little while.
He'll be sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
probably just like
Ah.
in his couch crease.
Yeah, no,
Doing
but it
stuff.
really is a great game, though. I mean, I honestly put it up there next to like Zelda, like like Zelda franchise.
It's
Like,
so
I love
good.
Zelda games, and yeah,
It's like Zelda in that aspect where
Mhm.
like once you get like Zelda the hook shot, once you get the hook shot you can unlock this area.
Yeah.
Same thing with God of War in this one anyway.
yeah, good
It's so
story,
good.
good gameplay, amazing characters, just
The acting is great too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love the voice
yeah.
work. Like I didn't think I was gonna like
Yeah.
the new voice for Kratos,
Oh, he's awesome.
but I love him. I didn't realize who it was. It was a guy from Stargate.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? What is this? I don't know.
He's
if that-
good. That's
Oh.
Stargate. I like
Oh.
Stargate.
I didn't know
Stargate
what
is
brushing the nose meant.
He's good.
Oh, okay.
Stargate.
All right. But moral of the story: go get God of War if you have PlayStation
Definitely.
4. Go get it. Don't worry about music. Let's just go run through this really quick. New releases for the week, movie wise. You have this tiny itty bitty little movie coming out this weekend, Avengers: Infinity War.
I never heard of that.
I'm not sure. I think it's that movie with.
Is that the purple
I've
guy?
heard it's about as fun as a funeral, so.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
I'm so excited for it. I have tickets for Friday.
Who got tickets?
Well, no, I should say
Not me.
I'm seeing it Saturday morning with the kids. We're seeing it 3D because that was the only thing that was available.
Lit.
Then Friday I'm gonna movie pass it somewhere. I don't whatever's available.
I'm seeing it in 40X on Thursday. It's
Yeah, I
gonna
can't-
be
I can't-
good.
I don't mind waiting.
I didn't realize how expensive IMAX tickets are. By the way, holy crap!
Yeah, they're like
I
20
want to
bucks.
see it in IMAX because it
Holy
was shot
crap.
with the IMAX cameras.
That's one of those
So-
movies you have to see in IMAX.
Yeah, I'll get there
Yeah,
eventually. I'll wait for it to
I'll
die
pay
down.
It. It's worth the
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah.
But I went to do it with the kids. I'm like $20 a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm not spending $80 to bring my stupid kids to the movies. Get out of here. And then game wise, if you have a Switch, go pick this game up. It came out yesterday. If you're listening to this Wednesday, of course. South Park, Fractured Butthole. Go get it. I'm picking it up, playing it on the plane over to Anaheim next month. Questions. So we got a few of them real quick. Jerry Durham says about Venom. He says, I'm not hating it, and it actually shows the height differences between the two. It reminds me a lot of the 90s cartoon a little. Anybody watch the trailer today yet?
I did not
Yes.
see it.
Well, 'cause it
I'm
got
not
leaked,
watching it
and then
till
it
Yeah.
came
Thursday.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks good.
I think so. Better than Spider-Man 3.
Oh yeah, well anything. No, I'm interested, and I think Tom's gonna be a pretty good Brock. It's not like he doesn't seem like young Brock with runs around with his camera.
Yeah.
Not scared, but like the reporter.
He's still a reporter, yeah.
But I'm interested, and I do like at the end of the trailer where they do finally show Venom.
It's funny because I
It's-
said on here before, like I was kind of hoping that they weren't going to show him at all.
Oh, really?
Like, but I was like, all right, I can't help it. I want to see what he looks like.
Well,
And I was like,
in the first trailer they came out with like a while back, like they didn't show him at all.
At all.
Like
Yeah.
you would see the symbiote.
oh yeah.
Hi.
So that's the other thing.
They say it
They
differently.
say it so weird in the trailer. They say symbiote.
Symbiote.
I'm like, what is a symbiote? Have I been
Symbiote?
pronouncing it incorrectly?
Come on,
like
Sony.
for 34 years, it's symbiote. What are you doing?
Come on, Sony.
Yeah. So they would show that in like the old trailer, and then like this new one. I mean, they show it for a bit, and then finally like he's in But in the trailer it shows it like he's still learning what it is.
Yeah.
Like
It's like reaching from the back and
yeah.
everything. Looks cool.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
interesting. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Banks Lee. I'm not.
Leah?
The professor of theme park economics. He says, on a scale of 1 to break your neck, how upset would you be if someone were to spoil Infinity War for you? And will there be an Infinity War spoiler cast like you did one for Last Jedi? So yeah, I would destroy somebody. I'm trying to stay social media dark until Friday when I see it. But yeah, I would hurt somebody. I've already seen someone say something today that it was like something. There was an adjective that he added to the end of this thing. I'm like, I don't want to know anything. Shut up. Stop. I don't want nothing. I don't know if it was good, bad, happy, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. Same.
Nothing.
I don't want the slightest hint.
Didi hasn't watched one
I have
trailer.
not seen one trailer.
Oh well,
amazing.
you're fine.
I have not seen one trailer. if someone were to spoil this for me, it would be Game of Thrones levels
Red Wedding.
of me.
The Lannisters.
Oh, man.
Didi sends his
I've
regards.
ended friendships because someone spoiled them thrones. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like two people I don't talk to anymore, like ever again. Swear, I cut them out of my life. It will be at that level of Infinity War. Even though I know, you should have gotten tickets to see it. Listen, I'm fine with waiting till next Tuesday or my next day off to go see it.
Yeah.
Just because, I know the crowds are going to be annoying, and I don't want to deal with babies and.
We haven't talked about doing a spoiler cast yet, but I'm sure it's something we could possibly do, depending on time wise. I'd like to.
Invite me.
All right.
Sure.
So
was
we got a seat saved for Jonathan already.
Who's that?
I'm down as long as we have time for it. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's see. Nathan Staker says, what is your favorite Easter egg in the Fast and Furious ride queue? Mine has to be the disaster earthquake and Fast and Furious switches with the dates. Such a cool touch. I didn't get to see a whole lot of them. The one that I did get to see was the Beetlejuice figurine right there on one of the toolboxes. I thought that was really cool. I love seeing my friend's name from Creative listed as one of the FBI's most wanted. I love seeing that. I love walking by and saying, I know Brian Frank. He is one of the FBI's most wanted.
He is.
I thought that
He's
was
on the
really
FBI's
cool.
most wanted for not giving me a chance to ride the ride. Jerk.
Mac Clark, he says, what are your expectations for Friday's greatest Royal Rumble? Will it live up to the hype or not? 50 was it 50 men in this battle royal?
Yeah,
Or Royal Rumble, I should say.
I'm not too hyped on it. I mean,
I'm not either, to be honest.
I'm not. I know Roman will win the title.
At least that's what we all expect to happen.
As long as Brock doesn't have it, I'll be happy.
It's funny because Gavin actually asked to stay home so he could watch it because it comes on at noon. I'm like,
Yeah, it goes
no,
on
get
noon.
out of here. He's
Yeah.
like, well, can I stay home to watch Avengers? I'm like, no, you can see it Saturday just like everybody else. You'll be okay. Mac also says, also on a side note, will you guys be talking and spoiling the first episode of Westworld Season 2? I still need to see it.
If you've made it this far, we didn't talk about it.
Just because I don't have HBO, so I still haven't watched Season 1.
Oh man, I'm halfway done with the season finale of season 1.
Halfway?
Yeah.
You stopped
How do you
halfway
start
through
one?
that?
I had to get my nap in before I came here.
Naps are important.
Did you
Naps are very
get...
important.
Oh, you haven't seen the end yet.
I've not seen the end yet.
I've got some questions for you then.
Rodney Medeiros, he says, any news on the Terminator replacement yet?
No.
What?
Yeah, I don't think there's
Nothing.
anything.
Literally nothing.
But you can buy the Terminator's gun from the prop shop now for only a cool, was it 1,000 or 2,000, something like that.
The one that they
Yeah.
used in
Like the
show?
ones with the T1000s are actually holding.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think Matt should buy it to put it into the room, on the wall, the attractions wall.
Well, it's cool because they still have those, and then like the ATM looking scanner deals or
Yeah.
whatever. Those are still in there.
Oh, wow.
But I might have lifted the gun the other day. It's really heavy.
Is it really?
I don't know if I was allowed to lift it or not, but I totally did. Yeah, it's actually really heavy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So Matt, if you're listening to this, which you probably are, go ahead and go to the prop shop and go buy the weapon. I think it'd be great. All right, that's gonna be it for us. We did lots of talking. What are we at today?
I think we're at it. Right?
Oh my god, yeah, we're at an hour 40.
Whee!
Ooh, it's about 10
You could
minutes
blame
over.
it on God of War.
So sorry, Elisa. Apologize over there if you're hungry, waiting for dinner over there.
Lo siento. Lo siento.
That means I'm sorry. For you English speakers at home.
Very sorry.
Sorry.
Nope.
I didn't know if that was Spanish or
haven't-
Chewbacca.
I still haven't unlocked that ability. Yeah.
Oh,
Well played. Well
gotta,
played.
gotta kill more of those revenants in order to get your XP there. Brittany, where can everybody follow you on the socials?
On Twitter and Instagram, it's at Brittani Tuttle, BritaniTuttle.
And
Look, it spells funny.
And that's it. No one uses Snapchat
early
anymore.
night
Oh, and
live.
Early Night Live. Yeah, every Thursday, live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Attractions Magazine YouTube channel. You can turn on notifications to know when we go live.
It is the world's #1
Theme park
live stream.
in the
world.
Oh, I didn't know how you're breaking that up. I was really confused. Jonathan, what about you? If everybody wants to follow you on socials.
So, well, pretty much, I only really use Instagram now. I mean, I have Facebook, but that's just kind of.
Oh, my bad. I tagged you on Twitter today.
Oh no! See, I got Twitter a while back. I'm still getting used to it. As you can see, I probably posted 2 things since I got it. But yeah, like on Twitter it's at Sublime Image, and then Instagram it's at Sublime Image, and also at Sublime Image Photography. So I have 2 different ones for different things. So yeah.
And of course, they can reach out to you if they would like you to come out for their wedding or
Yeah,
birthday
come
or
out.
headshots or
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
I photograph everything.
Didi, what about you?
You can find me on all types of social media except Facebook, Blacktimus Prime, BLAKTIMUS Prime, PRIME. Follow
That's
me.
not spelled funny.
It's not spelled funny. But if you spoil Infinity War, I swear to goodness, I will find you, hunt you, and I will beat you down.
I'll tweet at you Friday morning at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I get out of the movie.
I've actually thought about doing like one of those like 2, 3 in the morning gimmicks, just to
yeah?
kind of
They're actually showing at like 6 p.m., 8 p.m., something like that on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My showing is at like 10:30
I saw one at
I
7
might-
p.m. at my theater.
As much as I really don't want to do it, I'm really worried about
Spoilers.
how
Yeah.
open spoilers are going to be for this movie.
Yeah, I'm
I
staying away
mean,
from
people
everything.
are already tweeting stuff, and the
Yeah.
premiere was
Staying away.
today.
Nope.
Yeah.
Staying away.
I also like don't want to be standing like by the theater when people are coming out
Because people talk
yeah,
about
people
the
are
movie.
talking
But-
about it.
But here's what I do. I always have my headphones in.
Yeah.
When I'm at the theater, during the previews, everything, my headphones are in, so I don't hear anything.
I know we got to get out of here, but I actually said it to Didi when I was in line to pick up God of War. Somebody started talking about stuff that they read already, and I turned around and I used coarse language, and I was not happy. I'm like, listen, I've stayed away from everything. I don't want to know what you're talking. You can see. I don't care. I have not watched anything because I want everything to be new.
Yep.
Don't tell me. Of course, if you would like to follow the show on Twitter, it is at AttractionsEXP. If you'd like to send us an email, question, comment, concern, anything, you can send an email. That is going to be expansiondrive@attractionsmagazine.com. Of course, we'd like to thank, as always, MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show each and every week. Reach out to them for a free quote with no obligation.
None.
And of course, thank you to I almost said God's Monsters. Give Kids a World Village
you.
for allowing us to record the show here each and every Tuesday. Very much appreciate it. But we're going to get out of here. We're going to talk a little bit more God of War spoilers.
And real quick, whoever, to all the 2,000 people that saw the unboxing video for the console, thanks. That was really cool. That was really neat. And that's it. Yeah.
I know we normally say too sweet, but I'm just going to go ahead and end it with don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Be better.
Better.